Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Zone server with me, Deca. So, today, I would like to get our base built. Now, I've already gotten started by expanding our storage system a bit, and doing some resource gathering. So we have plenty of wood types to pick from when we eventually get our base going. But before we do any of that, we're going to make sure that what we're doing is protected. So, we're going to set up a claim. This is a pretty simple thing to do. We simply go to where we want to start our claim and type /claim. This puts us into claim mode. To do so, we simply right click on the ground. That's going to start the corner. We then drag this to the next corner of where we want to set the claim up. Like so. And now, everything within those gray stone areas is part of our claim. But, as I said in our last episode, we're going to want a big area in order to work with. So, I'm going to expand this claim out by 3 chunks in both directions, and about as far off in that way as I feel fit. So, in order to expand the claim, all we have to do is right-click on the corner, and that'll give us the resize. Since we're going to be using chunks as the boundaries of our buildings, I'm going to expand based on chunks. So, I'm going to take this out 3 chunks to either side. A 1, a 2, and a 3. And you plop her back down in the corner here. Oh, we got a skelly bob. So, because I'm not of an age high enough to actually use bows, the skeletons don't spawn with them. They spawn with these little horns instead. They'll still punch you, but yeah, that's about all they got. Their horns do a knockback too, but no damage. Alright, let's get that other corner expanded out. Pick her up, and we go. A 1, a 2, and a 3. And plop her down. Now we want to get expanding in this direction. And here's our corner. So, let's pick this up and take her out. Let's see. 1 chunk, 2 chunk, 3 chunk, 4 chunk, 5 chunk, 6 chunk, 7 chunks. So this will give us a 7 by 7 chunk perimeter with which to build in. So now, remove the chunk borders. All of this area is now ours. So let's get started on the actual building itself, now that what we're going to be building will be protected. As I said before, we're going to be recreating the crafting stump as our main base. So to do that, we're going to have to figure out what blocks we need. Now of course, this thing is made from an oak log, and so it has an oak pattern. I believe they will have this pattern regardless of what type you use. Now, I could just grab a whole bunch of oak and just start building up, but that's just going to make it look kind of bland and boring. Now, if we get a closer look, I'm still in claim mode. There we go. You got to turn that off in order to do stuff. Alright. Now then, looking at this thing, we have a number of different pixels throughout this block of varying colors. Browns, light browns, dark browns of varying degree. Generally, I tend to pick about 3 to 4 different colors, since it's going to be pretty hard to match these palettes exactly. So I'm going to go with a dark brown, a medium brown, and a light brown. So now I have to pick our blocks with which to do this with. And I've already done that. This is what's called our block palette. We have our light browns, our medium browns, and our dark browns. These are the 3 blocks that we're going to eventually build our entire base out of. One of the handy things about the way these blocks are made is that every one of the sides tends to actually be the same. For instance, using my handy dandy zoom key that Optifine gives me, you'll notice that right here on the right hand side, this whole side of this slant is dark brown. And the whole side of this one is a medium brown. Well, if you come over to the side here, side of the slant, dark brown. Whole side of this slant, medium brown. This pattern is actually just duplicated on all 4 sides of the block, with the exception of this little hole right here. So that means we really only have to build up one side of the block to get the pattern that we need, and then we can just duplicate it as we move our way around. Now, that tricky bit we talked about earlier, this here slant, that's going to be tough. It comes out 2.5 pixels, because they couldn't make it easy on me, could they? But for now, we're totally ignoring this. I think I'll put a bit more effort into actually getting that slant to look right once we have access to chisels and bits. Until then, I'm going to start here at the corner. So, our corner block starts in... Let's see if I can get a good look at that. We can see the outline of each block right here. So, this block starts right there on this pixel. We're going to come in 1, 2, 3, 4 pixels to start our way up from each corner of this chunk. And then we'll have the outline for the very base of our new base. Now they both start with light browns and a spattering of dark brown right there. This side, 3 light, 3 dark, excuse me, 3 medium, 3 dark, a light, a medium, a light, and looks like another medium. So let's grab our materials. We've got ironwood for our dark brown. We've got oak wood for our medium brown. And we've got mulberry wood for our light brown. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of these, but I've been out resource gathering to get saplings. So, we shouldn't have to wait too long in order to get all of the resources we need to be able to finish this off. And since the majority of this building is simply medium brown, we'll just be using oak, and we have tons of that. You notice the leaves decay quite quickly, another feature of the mod pack. You will get less sticks and less saplings doing it that way, but they will clear themselves up pretty quickly. Let's see. I'm going to plop down a few more mulberries, because we are woefully low on these. There we go. So then, let's come in and take a look. We have to come in from the corner of the chunk 4. 1, 2, 3, 4th block. Stick our down. Come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4th block. Oh, wait, no. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I had that right. One, 2, 3, 4th block. And now we can just line ourselves up with these two. Bloop. Now that is getting pretty dark around here. We're going to need some light. To get some light, we're going to need some torches. Now we can't make regular volt torches because, well, we don't have coal yet. We don't have access to it. So what we're going to need is some sticks and some plant fiber. And I've already got that on my, or plant twine, I mean. I've already got that in my inventory. So, stick that there, and that there, and that gives us unlit fiber torch. We're not going to need a whole stack of them, so let's just reduce that down a bit. And there we go. You notice these say unlit fiber torches. We need to light them. In order to do that, we need to start a fire. But again, we don't have flint and steel. We're cavemen. Oog. So, what we're going to need is some fire sticks. Now then, bring up our advancements page and take a look through here. We have, right down here, I have created fire. We have to craft ourselves some fire sticks. Hold them in each hand and click the ground to start a fire. Then we can start working our way down to building a cooking area, a hot grill, and salts. Honestly, never bothered using salts. Okay. To make these, simply put, stick in each corner. That gives us a fire stick. But we're going to need 2 of them. 1 for each hand. There we go. We got the achievement, which gave us a 3rd fire stick. Annoying, but hey, we'll use it eventually. Grab ourselves a 4th, because they come in pairs. So, we just stick 1 in our offhand, 1 in our main hand, and find a place to start a fire. I don't want to do this anywhere too close to the wood walls, because that could end poorly. I'm going to come out here a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to right-click on the ground. And there we go. We have a fire. Now I take our unlit fiber torch, right-click it on the fire, and there you see we have a lit fiber torch. Let's get all of these lit by holding down right-click. And there we go. Torches. Now, eventually, normally, that fire will go out. But it's on claimed land, so it's not going to. Hello, Zombert. Right then. Now, these lit fiber torches. Let's plop one of these down. You notice this doesn't provide much light. Probably about the equivalent of a redstone torch in vanilla. It's pretty terrible. But we've got alternatives. We're going to make ourselves I suddenly blanked on the way to spell tiki. Go with torch. Now it's a totem torch. The totem torch, 2 sticks, and then a lit fiber torch on top. Let's grab our sticks, place them in our crafting area, and in true caveman fashion, we hit it with a rock. And now we have our totem torch. Now, comparatively, that gives very little light. This gives lots of light, the equivalent of a normal vanilla torch. You're spending a bit more to make it, but you're getting twice the benefit. And sticks aren't hard to come by. So, I'm going to convert all of our lit fiber torches into totem torches. I'll be back when that's done. Alright, and we've got our torches. So let's light up our area a bit. Well, not that much. But hey, that works. Alright. Now, as I said, I'm not doing this curvy bit right here in our base. So, for the moment, I'm going to skip that and just fill it in with oak. But aside from that, let's see. We need to do some pixel counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 oak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. break that again. So we can get a better angle at this. Crouch down. Oh! So the thing with these chests, there are multiple items in each of these slots, but of course it doesn't show that. If you crouch, you can see the quantity of them all. If you don't want to see that, you can simply close the chests. They won't appear when you crouch. Okay. This just needs 2 more darks, and then we can go out by 1 block. There we go. Hopefully we got some peace and quiet now. Ah. Never ends. Okie doke. So, on this side, we're going to need 3 mediums, 3 darks, then light, medium, light, medium. So, 1, 2, 3. 3 darks, light, medium, light, medium. After this, we need to start branching out by 1 square and doing the outside. So I'm going to place a dirt block right there, and then our oak block. Hopefully that's the right block for that spot. Let's take a look. Of course it's not. It's a dark. I'd have been better off doing it over here. Bummer. Oh well. So, what is our pattern going across that way? We've got dark, light, medium, dark, 3 mediums. And if that's our light, then it's oak the rest of the way across. So, need to get back up there. And unfortunately, we don't have ladders yet. I need to eat before I die. Yummy berries. So, one handy trick for getting up to tall places in the... Well, actually, I already have a spot for that. There we go. Is going to be the /top command. T-O-P. That teleports us to the very top surface of whatever's above us. So now, I'm going to lay some scaffolding blocks. Since logs are, of course, directional, we need to place them directly down on something. And this... Well, should have seen that coming. Ooh, thought that was a creeper. Unfortunately, the /top command has a cooldown. Bummer. So, at this point, I actually do have to scaffold. All right. Dark block, light blocks, and medium blocks the rest of the way across. We in range of that one yet? Almost. This required 3 dark blocks. 1, 2, 3. And I have somehow managed to do that wrong. Lovely. Probably miscounted my medium browns. What am I doing? 1, 2, and 3. Dirt. Oak. Scaffolding. Nope, nope, lost that. Okay, there we go. So, now we have our pattern. Get back over here and take down our scaffolding. So we now have a general idea of how big our base is going to be. This is of course going to extend out a bit further before we're done. Oh, I still can't reach it. Now then. As I said before, we're going to be filling this in just oak until I get that slant done properly. So we're going to have to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pixels in just regular oak in the middle here. Oops. And the auto pick block just filled me in with the wrong block. Let's see. I got plenty of oak in expectation of doing this. Alrighty. Now, for the last 4 blocks before the top, there is a color pattern. We've got, starting from there, looks like medium, 2 lights, medium. Alrighty, I've got a little bit of work done. I know you guys didn't want to watch me painstakingly place every single one of those blocks and build this whole thing up, so I just did a jump cut. So this is a general idea of what we're going to be looking like when the building is done, aside from this big kind of bland area right there. Now, one thing you're going to run into when you have to deal with these block structures is that the side of this pixel is going to be different on the opposite side, but this block is the same color all the way around. So what we have to do is take this side, which is the left for this side of the face, and make it the right for the opposite side. Well, not opposite, but the side to its left. Let me try to make that clearer. We hop up here. I've already done a little bit of work on the opposite side of this building. And you'll notice that this corner is a mirror of the far corner, because when we'll look from left to right, we have a dark line and the alternating line. We come over here, from left to right, we have the dark line and the alternating line. So remember to mirror your sides when you're building these. They should be opposites. I think that made enough sense. Alrighty. So, I'm going to continue building up this structure. And like I said, I know you guys don't want to watch me painstakingly do this, and I don't have the technology to do time lapses yet, so I'm just going to throw in a cut, and I'll be back with you guys once it's ready. Alrighty. So, everything's finished getting built up. We have the full walls, at least, of our home. I've already taken the liberty of moving our storage system and our fire from outside. Get done this safely. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump against this wall and hold shift. This will let me slide down it, so I can avoid killing myself. If you guys are going to try and do something like this, especially in the early ages when you don't have much in the way of scaffolding block choices, a really easy way of getting up and down these things is a type of wall climb included in the pack. All you need to do is go up to a surface, jump, and then hold shift, and you'll stick to the wall and then slowly slide down. But you can continue to jump and shift up the wall. It takes a couple of tries to get this right, and I'm not a master at it either. There we go. And you just can kind of wall jump your way up to these areas. And there we are. And again, to get down without taking a lot of damage, just hold shift against the wall and slide to safety. Ah, there's a zombie somewhere right underneath this area, and I can't find him. Alrighty, well, moving along. I need to eat something before I starve. You see there where we're generating golden hearts. This is an aspect of the nutrition system. If you go into your menu and click the little carrot, it'll bring up your nutrition. Different food types give different percentages towards nutrition. Apples and berries, which has been our main food source, has been giving us the fruit percentages. The rest of these will continue to go down. You lose a chunk of these if you die. So, I'd recommend not doing that. Once you get all of these up to over 80%, I believe it is, you'll have a full extra health bar of golden hearts. Alrighty. The sun's coming up. Oh, good. So, our next task, we gotta put a roof on this thing, which is going to require a bit more finagling. I decided that I want to go with a slightly different wood type for the top of the table. I also removed our retaining wall that keeps us safe, since now that we have some legitimate walls and our good old little jump entrance. Now, looking over here at our crafting stump, we have light, dark, and a kind of medium-ish looking log type. I'm definitely going to use planks for these since they're far more in line with that color palette. I'm thinking I'm going to go with birch for this nice light color. Probably traditional oak for this. Maybe mulberry for these little in-between divots. And then eventually we'll get to work on that area as well. But for now, I need to gather myself some birch wood. I've set myself up a little tree farm in the back here. All these blocks are spaced out 4 apart so that the leaves never interfere with each other. So, I'm going to get some more resources gathered up. Get a roof on our home. Probably get rid of that scaffolding as well. And then we can move on to some other projects. The next thing I'd like to knock out, when we go into our advancements, I'd like to get some of these other advancements filled in. Currently, we're just a gatherer. We haven't even evolved to hunting yet. So, I'd like to get us maybe some spears and axes, maybe do some fishing, and then get down to cooking some real meat. Get ourselves a fireplace and a grill. But that'll have to wait until next episode. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time. Until then, this has been Deca, and it's been a pleasure.